Hey guys, it's Jaden from Tech for Days, and today we're here with an awesome unboxing. This is the Speler 32-inch LED HD TV. You can see that we have this giant box here. It's a little hard to get it fully in frame. So right off the bat, we have a 720p resolution that is 1366 by 768, as it says right there in the box. We have 3 HDMI ports. We have invisible speakers, which means the speakers are actually behind the TV, so it gives the TV an overall cleaner look. We have an MP3 JPG USB port, a PCN, and we have ATSC, and it's a full color TV. It's pretty awesome. This is a very, very inexpensive TV. It goes for around 150 bucks for a very nice looking TV. It is LED, and yes, it's 720p, but it actually looks surprisingly very, very nice, and I personally think it's an awesome TV. So let's go ahead and cut this open. I will go ahead and bring this a little closer so we can, see how it looks on the inside. This is actually not the right box. There's actually another box inside of it that we can go ahead and check out. So let's go ahead and get a little closer. And now we can go ahead and open this thing up. We have a nice little corner angle. Okay, and here we go. We have a full color image that we can see here. Again, 32-inch Speler HD TV. It looks super, super awesome. You can see you have a nice little cool picture right there on the front. Again, this is 720p, 3 HDMI ports, USB port, hidden speakers. This thing looks super, super cool. It has very easy to open packaging. As you guys can see, there are two little flaps that all we have to do is pop those open, like so. And boom, we're already inside of the box. So we can go ahead and remove some of this plastic piecing. And here, gotta manhandle this out of there. We have the TV wrapped very, very nicely in foam. It's actually protected very, very well. And on the inside, we have the TV stand. You can see, very nice. We have some aluminum on the bottom, some little rubber feet so it doesn't scratch your furniture. And here we have the accessory pouch. We have the little power cable, a remote, and 2 AAA batteries, and a user manual. And that's about it. On the inside, there's just some protective foam. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out so we can go ahead and get this thing set up. And here we are with the TV. You can see we have the little energy guide right there. Costs $8 a year. That's an estimated yearly energy cost. And it looks very, very nice. You have some little see-through accenting on the bottom. It's really, really nice. It's surprisingly very light. It's protected very well. You can see the plastic everywhere. And here we actually have the little stand to go ahead and put on. And actually inside one of the foam pieces, there's a little bracket, so you have to mount this onto the back of the TV. So let's go ahead and do that. And inside of the nice accessory pouch, we have some screws. And all you have to do is slide that little guy in the bottom. And again, here you have your screws. There's quite a few in there. And all you have to do is screw it in. So let's go ahead and get to that. And just like that, we're already up and going. You can see I have the stand installed. It was very easy to install, and I removed all the plastic from the screen. We have just a little bit left on the stand here, but it's not bothering me. And here we have the remote all set up with batteries. It does come with 2 batteries. You can see they're already in there. And at this point, all we have to do is turn on the TV, and there's actually a red LED indicator right there to the right, which I'll show you guys that in just a second. So now it's turned on and it's turning blue. Here we are greeted with the Speler logo right here. And we are in HDMI right now. Now I actually already turned this thing on and plugged it into my computer just to get it set up and get things going a little bit more quicker. But I do want to show you exactly what happens when you turn it on. As soon as you turn it on, something exactly like this is going to pop up called the setup wizard. Matter of fact, this is exactly what's going to happen. And here you just have to click your language, go to the next step, set your time zone, which I already did. I'm in Central, 12-hour, go to next step. And here is where you can actually set up set up your TV to use, over-the-air TV. And you actually need an adapter for this, which looks something exactly like this. You don't need one super expensive. This one was actually $5, and it outputs 1080p TV, and it works super well, and you can just locate this anywhere in your home. You can see it is super, super flimsy, but it actually works very, very well. And so you would actually click air if you're trying to set this up via something like that antenna I showed you, and you would click cable if you're going with a hard line. And as you can see, the TV just popped up because it just finished doing the little search. So we're over the air. Make sure you click over the air, go to next step, and this is where it's going to start searching for channels. All you have to do is let this little guy run. You can see it's right there in the top corner, and it's going to start looking for channels and programs and all that. And that has finally finished, so let's go ahead and press TV, and boom, you can see that I'm picking up signal very easily. So you just have to go through that quick little auto scan and you're good. You can change the channel. It's pretty responsive, everything works, no problems at all. That works very nice. And now I'm going to go back to HDMI and actually plug in my MacBook Pro so we can get a super high resolution picture on this TV just to see exactly how it looks. And you do have 3 HDMIs, so once I show you guys that, we will go ahead and go over the ports really quickly. And with the click of a button and the plug of a cable, here we go. We have a very nice image right here. These are the mountains that come basically as the standard screensaver on the MacBook Pro. And it's a very nice picture that I just like to show you guys. And keep in mind that this is actually on a camera, so the TV definitely does look a lot better in person, but I think the camera is actually doing a very good job of capturing how the image looks. Now, of course, you definitely need to make some adjustments. It doesn't look this nice right out of the box because you just need to adjust to things how you like them. So I have the picture mode in Vivid, and you can actually change it to Sports, Theater, Energy Saving, which is Energy Star qualified, and it looks pretty nice. But I like Vivid because I just like Vivid. So you can just select that, and you can go back to the menu, change the color temperature, the aspect ratio, and you can see you can just change it between normal and wide. I chose wide for obvious reasons. It looks very nice. And you have noise reduction, so you can use that as well. And here you can change the sound mode. So I have it on personal because I prefer a lot of bass, so I raised the bass frequency. And you can see you have a digital output, surround sound on or off, and there's even auto volume, which is super cool. You have a sleep timer, and again, if you need to go back into the setup wizard to set up the channels or whatever you need to do, you can go ahead and do that right from the menu, which is super cool. And you can see to the top right, this is 768p at 60 hertz, so it's pretty dang nice in my opinion. And it's definitely not the best looking TV by today's standards. Of course, there's 4K, which Speler actually does have 4K TVs, so that's super cool. Maybe we can go ahead and unbox one of those and take a look at those. But this is actually a pretty nice image, and if you're sitting a pretty okay distance away, you don't really notice that it's 720p. It actually looks a little nicer if you're a little further away from the TV. But of course, if you do come up to it, you can see things aren't as clear as maybe you're used to by today's standards. So I'm going to go ahead and actually show you guys the ports on this thing because it has 3 HDMI ports, which is super cool. So let's go ahead and turn this big boy around and take a look at those. Okay guys, so we are behind the TV now. You can see the product descriptions. You can see the 32-inch LED TV. You have the model number. You have the working wattage and voltage. So this one is a 60-watt TV. Pretty decent. It's assembled in Mexico if you wanted to know that, and it's actually built pretty dang nicely. And now if you're wondering where the speakers are, they're actually under here. You can feel the speaker grills. And so let's go ahead and move over to the ports and check those out really quickly. And here you can see that we have the RF in. This is how you would connect your little antenna to get TV, as I was showing you. And here we have the coaxial. We have a headphone jack, which you can plug in PC speakers. That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a nice little PC speaker set with a little subwoofer, and that will give me some really nice sound. And you have a PC audio slot right there. You have a VGA, so if you are using something very vintage, the TV has that, which is cool. You have a USB port, and here you have 3 HDMIs. They're very nice, easy to access. On the side, you just plug those in, so you can have your surround sound if you're doing that. You have your Xbox, and you have one that's free to use for whatever you would like. So let's go ahead and get a better angle and check out the bottom. And here at the bottom, you can see this is where you actually plug in the cable that plugs into the outlet. I have it unplugged right now just so I can have it upside down like this. And here you have your composite inputs, and you have your component inputs. Pretty simple right there. Yellow, white, red, green, blue, red. And here you can see this is where you actually put in those little bolts. So 1, 2, 3, and that's pretty much it. And there are some bolts that you need to put in at the bottom. You can see that those are right here, so there's 3 right there to bolt this thing on. And again, the rubber feet are actually very nice, and they don't scratch up my furniture, which is cool. So overall, this thing is actually very nice. You can see that you can actually mount this on the wall. You have 4 little slots right there to buy a mount to put it on the wall. So this TV is pretty much loaded, honestly. 3 HDMI ports for $150 and 720p that actually looks super nice. I mean, you can't really beat that. And just to show you guys, the buttons are actually on the bottom. These are the speakers right here. It's a little difficult to see the buttons, But here you have the buttons. You have the channel up, channel down, volume down, menu back. Pretty standard stuff. And that's pretty much it for this unboxing, guys. The TV is super, super awesome. And let's go ahead and get one last look at it. Again, it looks very, very nice. Towards the bottom, there even are some little accents. The remote is pretty cool too. Very, very standard light. It's kind of have like a brushed little plastic look. You have that nice little glossiness to the TV, which doesn't really scratch too much. It does scratch, but you can't really notice it. And it's definitely just an awesome TV. You can see you have the little chrome speller right there. And it's just super light, so it's gonna, you know, mount on the wall very, very nicely. And overall, I can highly, highly, highly recommend this TV thus far. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a really fun video to make, and I'll catch you guys in the next unboxing. Hopefully we can unbox some more of these super cool TVs from Speler.